Hi guys, Lockdown NXT. So our segment this month is going to be on our beef protein isolate. Specifically why this product exists when we have a perfectly good whey protein source that for the most part is, I won't say better, but there are benefits to whey specifically that other protein sources simply don't have. But that's not necessarily just down to whey itself, but in this case we are looking at the reason why someone would take beef protein isolate over whey, for example. And the simple reason is digestibility, or more specifically how well your body is responding to that particular source, or how poorly it's responding, should I say. We see reasonable amount of cases nowadays where the body is not responding that well to whey, say post-workout, or people supplementing it throughout the day to obviously to bolster a meal. And what's going on there is, in effect, it's a food intolerance. Now, you either believe in intolerances or you don't, and if you don't, off you go. Now, if you do, cool. What's happening every time you take in that particular food source is your body is going into I won't say an emergency response, but it's having a very negative reaction, and it's basically triggering an inflammatory response because it goes into attack mode. It kind of treats the food as a foreign body, and then the body responds in kind, in what you'll see like bloating, harsh evacuation. We all know what that means. It can be headache, it can be brain fog, it can be a heavy drop in energy for a couple of hours. It can just be you feeling like total shit. And if you're taking in something multiple times a day that's causing this, life is not that much fun. And I just want to say it's not restricted to whey. It can be any food, pretty much, and in particular foods that you eat over and over and over again. So I tell you here and now, if you're having any of those symptoms continuously, take a real hard look at your diet. And usually the biggest issue is people not rotating their food sources. So if you're the same 4 or 5 foods over and over again, get away from this vertical diet shite. If you follow that, it's, for the most part, it's going to screw you. So rotation over and over, as many quality food sources as possible, and you're going to have a much better and more varied, you're going to feel, basically you should be able to enjoy your food. You should never sit down to a meal, regardless of whether you're off season or pre-contest. You should be able to enjoy your meals. That's, I'm telling you here now. If you're not doing that, something's wrong, and you need to be able to rectify that. But I won't go off in that tangent. So if you're having issues with whey and any of those things are happening, this is a great alternative to particularly supplement. People like a post-workout. Sometimes I recommend pre, as you saw with me other videos, but look at it this way: if you're taking whey post-workout and your body is not processing that well, it's a critical time. You're giving your body a very negative food source when you're trying to get the body into recovery mode. So in effect, you're ramping up inflammation when you're trying to actually settle the system and get it back into a positive place, I guess. So guys, with all that in mind, look at your food, but as I say specifically, look at the whey, and if any of those things are popping up, make the change, and I promise you, you will not know, you won't realize just how good you can feel if you're having any of those negative responses, and you will not go back. If you do wish to go back and try it, get this in for 4 to 6 weeks, and then try the whey again after it, and you'll know very fast then if you've been having the negatives, because it'll hit you like a ton of bricks. Okay, Lockdown NXT.